Soccer, or as the rest of the world calls it, football, is the most popular sport on the planet. But in the United States, it still lags behind sports like American football, basketball, and baseball. Why is that? Why hasn't soccer fully captured the American heart just yet? Let's explore some of the key reasons why many Americans still aren't in love with the beautiful game. First off, soccer faces tough competition from deeply rooted American sports. The NFL, NBA, and MLB dominate the sports culture here. American football is especially huge, and for many, it's the definition of football. With these sports having long-established fan bases, it's hard for soccer to break through. Another reason is the nature of the game itself. Soccer is known for its low-scoring matches, and for many Americans, that can be a deal-breaker. Fans here are used to seeing high-scoring games, like in basketball or football, where points are scored frequently. A soccer game that ends 1-0 or, worse, 0-0 can feel underwhelming. Then there's the issue of the clock. In most American sports, the clock counts down and stops for timeouts or commercial breaks. Soccer, on the other hand, runs on a continuous clock with stoppage time added at the end. This can be confusing or frustrating for fans who aren't familiar with the system. Speaking of breaks, soccer is a challenge for advertisers. There are no regular commercial breaks during the game, unlike American sports where ads run between plays, quarters, and timeouts. Since advertising is such a big part of sports in the US, this has limited soccer's TV appeal for some networks. For many Americans, soccer just feels slow. There are long stretches of passing and positioning with fewer flashy moments. Sports like American football, basketball, and even hockey deliver constant action, with clear moments of excitement. Soccer's strategic build-up doesn't always resonate with American audiences who are used to a faster tempo. One of the biggest reasons soccer isn't as big in the US is simply because it wasn't part of the sports culture here for a long time. While kids played baseball or football, soccer wasn't introduced on a large scale until much later. It wasn't broadcast as widely, and the professional leagues didn't have the same historical backing as in Europe or Latin America. But don't get me wrong, soccer is growing in the US. Major League Soccer, MLS, has expanded rapidly, and the US men's and women's national teams have brought excitement to international tournaments. Youth soccer is also huge, with millions of kids playing across the country. Soccer might not be the #1 sport in the US, but it's slowly building a passionate fan base. So, while many Americans still prefer their own brand of football, soccer is slowly making its mark. The younger generation is embracing it, and with more exposure to global football culture, who knows? One day, soccer might be just as big in the US as it is everywhere else. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more deep dives into the world of sports and culture.